Hey, hey, I'm playing Canadian Idiot, music by Green Day, lyrics by that wonderful American patriot, Al Yankovic. Straight from the chord charts of the Morristown Uke Jam, so take the link in the video description, get the chord chart, and you can play along with me. Or if you're going to be near Morristown, New Jersey, come play along with us in person. After the song, I'll do a basic tutorial. Here goes. Don't wanna be a Canadian idiot. Don't wanna be some beer swillin' hockey nut. And do I look like some frostbitten hosehead? I never learned my alphabet from A to Z. They all live on donuts and moose feet, and they leave the house without packin heat. Never even bring their guns to the mall. And you know what else is too funny? Their stupid monopoly money. You can't take them seriously at all. Well, maple syrup and snow's what they export. They treat curling just like it's a real sport. They think their silly accent is so cute. Can't understand a thing they're talking aboot. Sure, they got their national health care, cheaper meds, low crime rates, and clean air. Then again, well, they got Celine Dion. Eat their weight in Kraft macaroni and dream of driving a Zamboni all over Saskatchewan. Don't wanna be a Canadian idiot, won't figure out the temperature in Celsius. See the map, they're hovering right over us. Tell you the truth, it makes me kinda nervous. Always hear the same kind of story. Break their nose and they'll just say sorry. Tell me, what kind of freaks are that polite? It's gotta mean they're all up to something. So quick before they see it coming. Time for a preemptive strike. What a wonderful song celebrating American exceptionalism and violence, maybe? I'm not completely sure. Anyway, fun song, and to those of you who are watching who are Canadians, I'm going to trust that you have a good sense of humor, because I think highly of you like that. Anyway, okay. There are sort of two versions of the song in the chord chart. If you look, I've got alternate C's and F's. This is a 4-chord song. It's C, F, B flat, and there's a G in the at the end. Can't take them seriously at all. Oh, and Z. That's the Z chord, right? But no, it's a 4-chord song. But I'm using the F flat shape. You know, the F flat. Excuse me, B flat. B flat shape would be like this, right? 1, 1, 2, 3. Like that, right? I'm starting on a C, right here on the 3rd fret, and then go all the way up, oops, to the 8th fret. That's an F. Now, that's also an F. That's an F. Same shape. Same shape of the B flat. Can't do it quite perfectly all the time. I just learned this a couple of days ago. Oh well, practice. But with that B flat shape, it's not that hard to slide up and down the fretboard and do it that way. And if you listen to the original Green Day or Al Yankovic, it's got that, right? I'm not doing it right, bud. That's what you hear in the song. And so if you do the open chords like this, truth is that sounds good, and it's far easier to do, but it doesn't sound quite like the original song. So if you play it for somebody who's a Green Day fan, or who knows the original, either American Idiot or Canadian Idiot, they'll recognize that it's not quite right because of the way the ukulele is tuned. You want to hear that on the A string, on the high. You want to hear the melody coming out of the highest string, and so that's part of the reason I picked this key and part of the reason I played it that way. But you can play the easy version. Really is easy. It's just C, F, B flat, F, C, B flat. It really is not a hard song, even though it's got fast chord changes. And I'll do a little of each at the end. The other thing I'm going to say, as far as the strum, there's the Z, and then there's also slapping. Now you can slap in different places, and you'll hear different sounds. Right? Sometimes I rap. You can do all different things. Don't crack your ukulele. Don't do that. But I'm not actually hitting it very loud or very hard, but because I'm hitting it on the soundboard, right, it makes a loud sound. Now also, I wanted this sound. This was a rock song, it was a hard rock song, so I plugged in this time. It gives a slightly different sound, and I have a low G tuning on this, and that gives a little bit more of the depth like you'd expect on the original song. But it'll still sound good unplugged and with a high G. Trust me. But as far as the strum, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do the simpler version of the chords with the strum, just so that you can follow along this way. Down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. I'm gonna do that very, very slowly now. Right? Here goes. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. Now I'm going to try it without changing the chords. I'm going to just do it on a Z, right? Z meaning it's a non-chord. If you hold the strings lightly, right? If I hold them strong, it'll be some kind of chord. That's not what I'm intending to do. I'm intending to make a percussive sound, right? And that's it. In the places where it says Z, 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 that's what I'm intending to do. Here's the regular strum pattern. Down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, down. With Z or when I'm going, right? The thing at the end of each line like that is like that. Now the rest of, so that's the first half of each verse. The first half of each verse I'm going, right? I'm doing that at the end, and I'm slapping. Don't wanna be a Canadian idiot. Okay, the second half of each verse is a straight strum. And they leave the house without packin heat. I tried to make it a little more percussive, a little more syncopated by pressing and letting up on my left hand. It's entirely on my left hand, but see what that does? If I leave my left hand tight against the fretboard, here's what it sounds like. Right? Here's what happens if I let it up, if I squeeze each sound that I want. Here's it. That's my left hand. It's stopping the sound. Now you notice this one kind of hums along because I don't have a finger on that string. That's part of the advantage of doing a closed version of the chord where you have, where you're touching every string. But I just leave it low. But so anyway, I tried to do that sort of syncopated percussive strum, squeezing with my left, the second half of the verse. And then, so it starts out with the slaps, then And then you've got the down, 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 up, down, down. Right? That percussive. And then you've got the Z. And that's the whole song. Now I'm going to do, from the intro, I'm going to do it both versions. That is to say, the slide up and down the neck chords and the easier version of the chords. I'm going to do both. So I'm going to go through the intro and one verse, full verse, slowly, and focusing on my hands in both ways. One way sliding up and down the neck, and the other way with the open chords. And for those of you who aren't interested, if you want to see more of this, subscribe. Check out the Morristown Uke Jam webpage for free song charts, ukulele song charts, and I hope you come to Morristown and see us some Wednesday. Bye. Now for the rest of you, I'm going to do, remember, just the intro in one verse, twice through. First time I'm going to do the open chords, and then I'll slide up and down the neck. Here goes. The intro just goes twice, or 4 times through, actually. Here goes. Don't wanna be a Canadian idiot. Don't wanna be some beer swillin' hockey nut. And do I look like some frostbitten hosehead? I never learned my alphabet from A to Z. They all live on donuts and moose meat, and they leave the house without packin heat. Never even bring their guns to the mall. And you know what else is too funny? Their stupid monopoly money. Can't take 'em seriously at all. That's it. Now I'm going to slide up and down the neck. All right, here it goes. Don't wanna be a Canadian idiot. Don't wanna be some beer swillin' hockey nut. And do I look like some frostbitten hosehead? I never learned my alphabet from A to Z. And the rest of it's the same. Fun song. Hope I see you some Wednesday. Bye.